Hello guys, this is Clara from Space and Clara's YouTube channel, and I have a little story for you. This is a very sensitive story to me, and it's creepypasta like, but it's a true story. So if you want more of these things, make sure to write in the comments, and please subscribe, like, whatever, tell your friends, blah blah blah. Well, here it is. The story I'm about to tell you are not an urban legend that you tell your friends. This story is a true story, and it happened to me. So I must ask you, if you're listening to this on YouTube, on Facebook, on anything, do not comment anything respectless in the comments. Yeah, otherwise you're a horrible person, just like me. Because the story changed my life. Well, anyway, here it is. I was a very active and bullied child. I live outside a very small village in Sweden, and I must add that when I was a really small child, from ages of 0 to 4, I lived with my mother that regularly abused large amount of illegal drugs. So when I was 4, I moved to my foster family. And no, they're not the kind of foster family you would think they are, because this foster family was a loving and caring family. They had a nice daughter, 5 years older than me, and I lived there for a long time. But when I started kindergarten, I was right away a misfit in the school. From the beginning, I didn't have as much friends, but when I got friends, they all turned on me. There's only one friend that I've actually held contact with through all these years. But when I was 7, I started taking medication for ADHD, but that didn't stop my will to take control over others and do what I want to do. So when my social worker decided to let me be at a kind of day and night center for quote-unquote special kids, just so my parents would get a break from my hyperactive lifestyle. Well, this was just the first part in a series of events. But at that place, I started taking control because they didn't have the control and knowledge to control me. Until everything just got messed up, and I got placed in I got moved to a place called Broarp. It was an HVB home, and I can't tell you what HVB means, but that's only because I don't know, and I didn't take the time to look it up on Google. But I can tell you that place it wasn't a government place. It was a place owned by a person, and well, they did not have that normal rules for a family. I can just say that. But I started taking control there as well, and after 3.5 years, I think, I moved at the first time when I was about 12, and now when I moved, I was 15. Moved away from there. But after about 3.5 years, everything just crashed again. I got so violent and dangerous that they couldn't have me there. So then they put me in a place that they thought would be better. It was an emergency place to put me. It's called LSS. LSS means, in translated to English, the law for special support of an individual. It seemed nice in the beginning until this is literally speaking, until I found out that they had no legal authority to even touch me. Let's say I was threatening them with a butterfly, they couldn't touch me. It was illegal. So I took so much control there that finally they had to call the cops. They cuffed me and put me in a place where they were about to study me and evaluate where it would be best to put me. After 8 weeks of being there, which I kind of liked. There was nice people, not all of them, of course. They were kind of nice. They took the decision to put me in a place that was basically next door and gave me LVU, aka the Law of Treatment of Youth. They thought it would be good so I can learn how to control my anger and fears. But the place was called the Oak. And well, it's a place that was so horrifying, and it abused us and tortured us mentally and physically so much that I can't even describe it in words. And I don't really want to, because you shouldn't know how horrible it was. I don't want you to know the pain. But they started abusing me, and there was about 7 people at a time that lived there, and they abused us, and I became the hate object. I can just say that. And well, of all the things they did to me, one of them was break down my personality to such a level that I literally artificially made my own personality, and can change it when I want to. They ripped me in pieces, if I might say that. But they taught me something. They taught me how to manipulate and play other people against each other. They didn't do it on purpose. I had so little to do. There was illegal to have any phones kind of connection to the outside, not even internet, not even a fucking cell phone. So all of that time I had there for about one year, let's just say I learned to focus on hurting people without touching them. No, I'm not talking superpowers. I'm talking that I learned how to see the patterns in others and play that against them, making people believe things that are impossible, like just straight up lies. Made people do stuff to themselves and each other, and still believing that I was the one that was on their side. I mean, I know if you are allowed to comment that I'm a horrible person and that I'm evil. You're totally right in that. But after that place, I couldn't see myself as human again. They destroyed me, and humans are people like them. I'm not shit talking anyone out there that's not them, but they are the bottom of the human race, and I see normal humans as shit. No offense, but they hit the rock bottom. But they also taught me a valuable lesson while they were playing gods. The worst kind of pain and revenge is not to hurt them physically or to shit talk them. The worst kind of pain that I should have caused them as a revenge is to give them the knowledge. They hurt us with their knowledge about ignorance. It's a hard thing to understand for you, I think, but knowing that you hurt people, but being ignorant enough to not caring, that's an ability. I have that. But if someone can turn that against you and take away the ignorance, and you only have the knowledge about you hurting people, you start caring. The ignorance takes away the caring part, but if you only have knowledge, you know that you hurt people, and you know that it was wrong. That's the worst kind of pain you can feel. Now, I can't say that I'm a good person anymore. I can't even say I'm a nice person. I learned their ways. I know how to hurt people. I know how to legally make people want to kill themselves. With legal, I mean I can talk to people, say things that's not illegal, but I can make them want to take suicide and still think that I'm their friend. still think that I'm the only one that care about them. Because the first rule about controlling for others and making them hurt themselves is that getting them to believe that everybody except you are against them, and then you turn against them, and that's when they lose faith. Now, all of the things they did to me make me stop believing. I'm not talking about any spiritual shit with me, like God. My dad is a priest or a reverend or whatever, but I believed in God when I was a kid, I think. I don't remember. I have basically no memories left from when I was a kid. Not that many anyway. After that place. But I can't really believe in God. I just can't. It's physically impossible. Because if you ever have seen Matrix, you're gonna understand this reference I'm making. I am as a person who believes what I see because I'm expecting to wake up. I know that something is wrong and something exists, but it's no God, and there's no I'm no offense. I'm taking full responsibility if any spiritual person get offended by this, but in my point of view and through my knowledge, I see that there is no God. If there ever was anything that people thought was a God, then it is something that was mistaken. If it's something that's immortal, then, well, they just think you're a God. But the reason why I know God doesn't exist is because for good work we stone thee not, but for blasphemy this is hard to explain, but we stone good men and women, and the bad ones we let go loose because they have the money. And when a man make themselves God, as they did on that place, they will always remember that gods don't bleed and gods don't die. And now, if anybody wants more of these videos, I can tell stories of my life, I can tell other stories, just tell me, okay? Bye.